Hi friends, today we are going to see different types of organizations. The organizations are broadly classified in different forms on the basis of nature of business. They are also classified on the basis of size of organization, nature of the product that is being manufacturing there, complexity of the organization and the problems to be faced. So these are factors are considered before categorizing, classifying the organizations. There are main four forms of organization. First one is line organization, second one is line and staff organization, third is functional organization, and last one is project organization. So now we will see these organizations in detail. So line organization is one of the simplest types of organization. It has simple structure as shown in the figure. This is very easy to understand. Here subordinates and superiors are clearly defined. It is also called as military organization or scalar organization. Subordinate reports to immediate superior. Here the president, vice president production, plant manager, foreman and worker. These are the people whose superior and subordinate relations clearly defined. The application of line organizations: small businesses, military, different industries like textile, paper, etc. The definition of line organization: it is the most oldest and simplest method of administrative organization. According to this type of organization, the authority flows from top to bottom in a concern. The line of command is carried out from top to bottom. This is the reason for calling this organization as scalar organization, which means scalar chain of command is a part and parcel of this type of administrative organization. In this type of organization, the line of command flows on an even basis without any gaps in communication and coordination taking place. There are features of line organization. It is the most simplest form of organization. Line of authority flows from top to bottom. Specialized and supportive services do not take place in this organization. Unified control by the line officers can be maintained since they can independently take decisions in their areas and spheres. This kind of organization always helps in bringing efficiency in communication and bringing stability to a concern. Now here are the merits of line organization. It is the simplest. It is the most simple and oldest method of administration. Unity of command is there. In this organization, superior subordinate relationship is maintained and scalar chain of command flows from top to bottom. Better discipline. The control is unified and concentrate on one person, and therefore he can independently make decisions of his own. Unified control ensures better discipline. That's why it is called military organization. Fixed responsibility. In this type of organization, every line executive has got fixed authority, power and fixed responsibility attached to every authority. Next is flexibility. There is a coordination between the topmost authority and bottom line authority. Since the authority relationship are clear, line officials are independent and can flexibly take the decision. This flexibility gives satisfaction of line executives. Another one is prompt decision. Due to the factors of fixed responsibility and unity of command, the officials can take prompt decisions. So these all are the merits of line organization. Now here are different demerits of line organization. First one is over reliance. The line executive decisions are implemented to the bottom. This result in over relying on the line officials. Lack of specialization. A line organization flows in a scalar chain from top to bottom and there is no scope for specialized functions. For example, expert advices, whatever decisions are taken by line managers are implemented in the same way. Another disadvantage, inadequate communication. The policies and strategies which are framed by the top authority are carried out in same way. These leaves no scope for communication from other end. The complaints and suggestions of lower authority are not communicated back to the top authority. So there is one way communication. Another demerit is lack of coordination. Whatever decisions are taken by the line officials in certain situations, wrong decisions are carried down and implemented in the same way. Therefore, degree of effective coordination is less. Another demerit is authority leadership. The line officials have tendency to misuse their authority positions. This leads to autocratic leadership and monopoly in the concern. Thank you.